All right, I'm Mike Moreno, reporting for DamoAlcast.com, and I'm joined right now by our head men's soccer coach, Bobby McCall. And Coach, a lot to recap. A lot's happened in the past week. Guys have played 3 games since the last time we talked, and a 2-1 record in those contests. A 2-1 overtime win at Roberts Wesleyan last Wednesday. A tough 1-0 loss to Mercy, one of the hottest teams in the East Coast Conference this past Saturday. And then yesterday, a 6-1 non-conference victory over Pitt Johnstown. So I guess we can start with the dramatic win at Roberts Wesleyan. Really tight game all the way through, and Nicholas Ringdahl Bolin in overtime. He finds Sander Johansson in the box, and Sander finishes the play with the first goal of his career. So, what was going through your mind as you saw that ball across the goal line?
Yeah, I was telling the other coaches it was like slow motion, and I just remember the ball hitting the back of the net, and then after that I don't really remember too much. It was the guys were excited, and you could tell by their celebration, and the coaching staff. It was just nice because we've had a few of those games, not necessarily overtime, but close games that we just haven't been able to win. So I think it was a big step for the guys. But it was a great goal too. Sander took it really well. A defender up there, not in a particularly normal position, but it was a great goal, and a great way to end what was a really competitive and kind of crazy game. So.
I think an important step for your team too, especially it came in league play. Kind of got the monkey off your back a little bit. This team hadn't won a league game since 2014. So, what did it mean for the team to get over that? You've been close in league games all season here for the most part. Just what did it mean to get the monkey off their back? Yeah,
I think just mentally it's a huge step for them, because I think we knew from our performances that we've been able to compete with teams, but when you're not putting that into results and you're not taking that step, it's always in the back of your mind, especially in close games. So I think for them to take that step, get the win, it gives them more confidence going into the rest of the league games, where we feel like there's opportunities to win a good few games there.
We mentioned Nicholas. He's had a couple of goals, a couple of assists. Doesn't necessarily have the point total that some of the other players on the team do, but it's evident, at least to my eyes, game in and game out, that he's your best player. He doesn't get the stats, so he's had a couple of penalty goals, he's had a couple of assists, but there's other guys that kind of get the headlines for the goal scoring especially. But he's very much our go-to guy in our build-up and the way we want to play. He's that link between the back and the front. On the ball, he's excellent. He helps us keep possession of the ball, he helps us dictate the play, and he's just overall a very strong and mature player, especially for a freshman. And then in addition to that, he's a huge leader off the field. We made him a captain as a freshman, which I think says a lot about him. And he's been very, very consistent without doing anything that's going to grab the headlines, especially in terms of statistics. Just going back to Sander for a second, I should mention that he was the East Coast Conference Rookie of the Week after scoring that goal against Roberts, and 2 weeks in a row now with a Rookie of the Week selection. And the other guy that got it previously was Noah Keem. He's a guy that has been getting the stats, and we've talked about him a little bit, and some of the versatility that he brings, and the ability to play multiple positions. I'm not sure what the coach was thinking making him play in the back, because since moving him forward, he's got 5 goals and 12 points in the last 5 games.
Yeah, I've been asked this question a few times by different people, and it's always kind of the same answer, is like he's so consistent wherever you put him, which sometimes means he's playing in positions that he's not necessarily his favorite position, but he always helps the team. Since moving him up, he's done great. I mean, 5 goals in the last 5 games, a couple of goals yesterday. He's just a constant threat. So really happy with the way he's been performing. Obviously glad that he's getting the recognition. Really happy for Sander too, because as a defender, it's not as easy to get that recognition, but actually his performances have been really good too. So really happy for both of them, and hoping Noah can continue the goal scoring.
Yeah, 2 goals and an assist for Noah in the win over Pitt Johnstown yesterday. And really a 3-headed monster that you have going up front now between Noah, Christian Adnoy, and Finn Kruger. But between the 3 of those players, 37 points this season, and all 3 of them freshmen. So I thought that was an impressive total. Another guy that we've talked about a little bit that's really, I think, separated himself, again, at least in my eyes, is Mike D'Amato, your freshman goalkeeper. He started a bunch of games in a row now, and over the last week, 13 saves in these 3 games, and now with a 714 save percentage, which is the best out of your 3 goalkeepers that have seen action this year.
Yeah, Mike's been very consistent. Since he was given his opportunity, he's came in and he's taken it. And the message from the coaching staff to him was, if you go out and give us a solid performance every game without doing anything spectacular, but also without making any crazy mistakes, we'll be happy with it. And that's exactly what he's done. And to be fair to him, he's come up with some big saves on top of that too. So yeah, Mike's doing great. We're really pleased with him. I think every game he plays, he's getting more confidence, and he's made that number 1 shirt his own. So yeah, I'm really happy with him.
Yeah, a couple of big saves specifically that we saw in the highlights of the Roberts Wesleyan game. And one was on a corner kick in overtime, where it came off a header, I think, that kind of paved the way for you guys to go down the field and get Sanders' game-winning goal. So the Mercy game, a really tough game tough to take a 1-0 loss, especially considering the way your team has produced offensively. Mercy, picked up a red card early in the second half, and we're playing down a man. Still generated some really nice chances in that second half to either tie the game or take the lead before they had scored. So, what was the mindset coming out of that one?
Yeah, I think disappointment all around. The guys were very frustrated and disappointed. We were disappointed as a coaching staff, because really it was an opportunity missed. I think before the red card, the game was very, very even. We felt confident. When they got the red card, it's funny, it almost had the opposite effect that you would think it would have. I think all of a sudden our guys felt a pressure to go and win the game. And maybe we didn't handle that as well as we should have. And to be fair to Mercy, when they got the red card, it kind of brought them together, and they worked hard and they took their chances. So just disappointing, because we felt like 11v11, 11v10, we were right in the game, but we really kind of let ourselves down after the red card, so that last 30-35 minutes. So it's an opportunity missed, but it's another opportunity to learn for just a young group.
And Mercy, of course, came into one of the hotter teams in the league. I think that was their 5th straight win. They're a team that's certainly in contention at the top of the league at this point. And you're mentioning opportunities, and I think that's a good segue into what we're going to look forward to, and that's Bridgeport coming in here on Saturday, and then even looking past that to Queens next week, which will be a road game. An opportunity for your team to play the 2 teams that are right above them in the conference standings, so a chance to really make an impact and move up the standings over the next week.
Yeah, I mean, every game from now until the end of the season is, we've kind of said to the guys, it's like a final. This is kind of like our playoffs. If we want to move up the league table, if we want to give ourselves any chance whatsoever of still extending our season, we got to win games. And yeah, it's teams that are right around us that are probably have the same mindset as us right now. They feel like they need to win if they're going to give themselves any opportunity. So yeah, we think they're winnable games, but we know we're going to have to show up and like I say every week, every conference game is just such a battle. But we got to take advantage, especially on Saturday, having a home game. Hoping to try and get that second win, as we know that conference wins have been hard to come by. So guys are confident, especially after getting a couple of wins recently.
Well, I think that should add a little bit of another layer of intrigue, as they say, with if both teams come out and play with the kind of desperation that you're anticipating on Saturday. So we will have you covered with all the information that you need at DamoWildcats.com. And Coach, we wish you the best of luck Saturday at Bridgeport.
Thank you.